Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our house, our home. This should be the first of maybe a couple if we decide to do this again. We're going to put this dinner together through Zoom, virtual reality type thing. Marie and I have done a couple of these already for the people that I work for in the summer. Everybody seemed to enjoy it, and I thought this would be a great thing for us to do for people that are around here. I think we might have a couple of people from Texas, maybe a couple of people from Illinois also joining us. We'll see what happens here. Anyway, let's get to the program. I've already started drinking, so you're gonna have to do a little catching up. Scotch and soda, not the wine. I highly recommend getting the wine from David Netzer if you haven't done so already. So we're gonna put that white bean crostini together. Here are the ingredients, right? We refer to this as mise en place, so everything in its place. The shallot, the garlic, the white beans, the canned white beans. These are just regular northern white beans. I think I did put in the recipe cannellini beans, which are a little bit bigger, but that's fine. Fresh rosemary, lemon zest. We're going to use part of this lemon juice and some olive oil, the crostini, and I think we're pretty good to go. So why don't we actually go put the white beans together. We've got a saute pan here, and it doesn't have to be Teflon. This one just happens to be Teflon. So we're going to take roughly a tablespoon of that oil that I mentioned in the recipe. Let the pan get relatively hot. This is a great little go-to hors d'oeuvre, quick and easy, not too many ingredients, and actually pretty easy to put together. You can always cheat and go buy some pesto already prepared, whether it's frozen or fresh pesto. But the kale pesto kind of adds a little different spice or texture to the dish. So, oil's relatively hot. We'll take the shallot, thinly sliced. All we want to do is kind of cook that till that softens up a little bit. Who doesn't like the smell of onions? If you don't have shallot or can't find shallot, you can certainly use a red onion. You can certainly use a yellow onion as well. It's not the end of the world if you can't find a shallot. Just the shallot is a little bit milder flavor, milder aroma than the onion. So we've got this on probably about a medium heat. I think in the recipe I said maybe a couple minutes to cook so we can soften up the shallot. We're not really interested in getting too much color on it. I can see that there's a little bit of color right now happening on the edge, a little bit in the center, but also that the shallot is in fact softening up. So let's make believe that that's probably pretty good. And by the way, shallots are so fresh, right? And so we're so pretentious that we want to use a shallot. Say, the garlic. The garlic, I think in the recipe says divided. We're going to put part of the garlic in for the white beans. And then we're going to leave some of the other garlic. We're going to leave that for the pesto. Now we definitely don't want to burn the garlic because that will actually make it a little on the bitter side. We're starting to pick up some color. God, I can smell that garlic right now. That garlic smells great. Okay, looking good. That's fine. Let's add the beans. That's 1 can of the white beans. Clearly, this will make more than enough for 2 people, and probably will be enough for maybe 4 people as an hors d'oeuvre or an appetizer. So we're going to turn this down a little bit because we don't want the onion or the garlic to get too much more color. Now these are canned beans, so the canned beans already have a little bit of salt in them, but we're still going to add a little bit of salt and some pepper. Cracked black pepper if you can. If not, then you can use the pre-cracked, pre-ground. Seems like a lot, but it does require a lot of seasoning. Okay. Good. And because the beans are cooked, this is a very, very quick item to throw together. Next, we'll take the fresh rosemary. That can go in. We'll take the lemon zest. That can go in. And half of the lemon juice. I think it's 1 lemon. Juice, and we're going to put half of that lemon juice in there. This is done. If it looks like it's going to get too dry, which is not, we're going to turn off the heat right now. If it looks like it gets too dry, what you can do is you can take a little bit of water if you want in there, a little bit of vegetable stock, a little bit of chicken stock. You're going to have some chicken stock from the chicken. You can always moisten that up a little bit if you want. So again, that's done. We'll set that off to the side. We'll give it a taste before we actually put the dish together. When we come back, we'll show you how to put the pesto together and actually assemble a little the hors d'oeuvre.